So good evening, everyone. Welcome to the class on index number. So I just do the revision of whatever we have studied so far in the index number. That in index number, we studied that whenever we talk about index number, either the index number can be price index number, it can be either price index number, or it can be either quantity index number. Whenever we talk about index number, it can be either price index number, it can be either quantity index number, or it can be either value index number. So please remember this. And right now I'm teaching you price index number. Once I'll finish price index number, after that I'll start quantity index number. Okay, so value index number, there's only one formula for value index number. That formula is sum of P1 Q1 divided by sum of P naught Q naught into 100. Okay. Here, when it comes to price index number, or when it comes to quantity index number, we'll study them under different formulas, under different categories. We'll study them as a unweighted index number. We'll study them as a weighted index number. So we'll spend a lot of time studying about them. Already, I have started talking about them. I have discussed a lot of mechanisms of finding different methods. I talked about different methods. So either I talk about price index number or quantity index number. So how will I define an index number? I'll define an index number. Okay, either I'm talking price or quantity. I'll define them. Either they are unweighted, or either they are weighted. Okay, either they are unweighted or either they are weighted. Okay, when I talk about unweighted, if I talk about unweighted, I talked about they can be either simple aggregate, they can either follow simple aggregate. So the first day I started my class talking about simple aggregate only. I hope you remember. Okay, but we were doing everything with the price. Now after we finish price, we'll do quantity. And then we talked about simple average of price, simple average of relative method, simple average of relative method. So when we talk about simple average of relative method, okay, so simple average of relative method can be done either by using arithmetic mean, or it can be done either by using geometric mean. Okay. Similarly, when I talk about weighted method can be weighted aggregate, weighted method can be weighted aggregate, weighted method can be weighted aggregate, or it can be weighted relative. Weighted method can be weighted aggregate, or it can be weighted relative. Okay, so simple average of relative arithmetic mean, you remember, right? We discussed about the formula. In simple aggregate method, if I talk about price index number, this was your formula. I hope you remember. Okay, in arithmetic mean, your formula was sum of p by n. Geometric mean, your formula was NT log of sum of log p by n. Okay, what is p here? P here, what is p? I'm talking p means price relative, p1 by p naught into 100. That we call as price relative. Okay. Then this I'm talking about price index number, which we have discussed just now. Okay. In weighted aggregate, we studied Les Perez. We studied Les Perez. Okay. We studied Les Perez. We studied Pache. Okay. We studied Dorbis Boli. We studied Dorbis Boli. Okay. We studied Fisher ideal index number. We studied Fisher ideal index number. We studied Fisher ideal index number. We studied Lesperus, Partial, Dorbis, Bori, Fisher, Marshall, Egbert, Marshall, Egbert. I told you the formula, everything. We talked about Keeley. So we studied about these index number. Last 2 3 classes I was doing this only. Weighted aggregate method on the different formulation. Now in this class, today class, I'm talking weightage relative. Okay. And this weighted relative, what I'm going to talk right now, this I'll talk in the term of this weighted relative method. When I'll talk about this, again, you can calculate through arithmetic mean, or you can calculate through geometric mean. And right now, again, in what reference we'll talk about, everything will talk in the term of price index number. Okay. And this is the formula which I wrote for you. Okay, this is called price relative. This is called price relative. So weighted aggregate, when I say weighted a relative method, either I can do through arithmetic mean or either I can do through geometric mean. If I follow arithmetic mean, then your formula is sum of WP by sum of W. And if I follow geometric mean, then your formula is sum of W log P by sum of W. Clear everyone? Where P is what? Price related. W means weight. What is W, sir? What is W here, sir? W means weight. Weight will be given to you. Any doubt, anyone? Can you see this question, everyone? Calculate the weighted index number for the following data. Everyone see this problem? Done, everyone? Are you getting this problem? Now I'll show you the solution for this problem. This much, any doubt? Anyone? Can we start solving this? So this is the question, guys. The price current year is given. You can write this as P1. Price of base year is given. You can write this as a P0. This is weight. So what I need to do first, I have to find P. P means P1 by P0 into 100. That is your price relative. Means 5 by 4 into 100, I'll get 125. 3 by 2 into 100, I'll get 150. And 3 by 2 by 1 into 100, I'll get is 200. Okay, this I'll multiply with W, P into W. So 125 into 6, 125 into 6, 125 into 6. This is 15, 7500, 7500. 150 into 50, again 7500. And then 30 into 200, 86,000. So this sum will give you how much? 21,000. Okay, and sum of W is how much? This is 110, 140. So you just need to calculate. You will get this. This is page number value. Value is 150. The value is 150. Any doubt, anyone? Any doubt, anyone? Anyone, any doubt? This you understood, everyone? So 21,000 divided by 140. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Do this question, sixth one, everyone. Same formula. Apply the same formula. Sum of WP by sum of W, where P is equal to P1 by P naught into 100. Can you find this? Yes or no? See this, if I want to do this question, so imagine if you want me to do this question, what will I do? I'll write down the year. Okay, so I have the year for the data 2005 and 10. The 5 will be the base year and 10 will be the current year. So I have prices. Okay, I have prices of these commodities A and B. Okay, so I have prices A, B. You see here, prices are given 15, 16, 5, 4. These are your base year price. Okay, and this your present year prices are 20, 22, 8, 8, and then W weight 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the sum of weight? Sum of weight is 10. Clear? Any doubt? Any? Clear, everyone? Then what I can do, I can find P. P is equal to P1 by P naught into 100. So this is 20 by 15 into 100. This is 133.33. Then this is 22 by 16 into 100. 11 by 8. 13 by 8. 13, 11 by 8. No, 13 by 8. 3 by 8 is 37.5%. 137.5%. And then you have 8 by 5 into 100. This will be 160. And 8 by 4 into 100. This will be 200. This is your P value. Thank you, Ayan. So I'm happy you people are understanding. Multiply P into W. So 133.33. This is 4 by 3. What is this? This is 4 by 300 into 4. This will be 1600 by 3. 1600 by 3 means 5, 1, 10, 533.33. Correct me if I'm wrong. 137.5 into 3. So this was what? 11 by 8 into 3. This is 3300 by 8. So 8 fours are 32, right? 32, 10 carry, 10 carry, 1, 20. 20 means 2 carry, 412.5. Then this is 162 are 320. And then this is 200. The sum of WP, how much you'll get? This is 0.83. 0.83. Then you have 5. Then you have 6. Then you have 9. Then 11. 11 plus 3. 14. 1465.83. Any doubt anyone? So if you apply the weighted average of price relative method by using arithmetic mean. So if you want to find the weightage average price relative by using arithmetic mean, so that is sum of WP by sum of W, that is equal to 1465.83. 1465.83 divided by 10, that is 156.583. Any doubt anyone? Any doubt anyone? See the next question. Just now we discussed about how to work on the index number calculation. Weighted, sorry, in geometric mean, the formula what we follow this formula called NP log of sum of W log P by sum of W. This is the formula what we follow. Where your P is P1 by P naught into 100. P is your price related. Thank you very much. So now we'll do this numerical. Using the same formula. So the formula is NP log of sum of W log P by sum of W. This formula. This is your price for the base year. This is your price for the current year. Can you do this question? So if you see this question, to find a weighted, you have to find a weighted geometric mean price index number. You have to calculate weighted geometric mean price index number. You have to calculate weighted geometric mean price index number. Okay, now the formula for that is anti-log. The formula for this is anti-log of summation of W log P by summation of W. Okay, then P, what is P? P is basically P1 by P naught into 100. Okay, everyone. So what I will do, I'll write down this question. Let me write down the data for the problem. Here. Certain products are given to us like A, okay, then we have B, then we have C, then we have D, then we have E. Certain products are given. Okay, their weights are given. Weights are given to us. Their weights are given to us. These weights are given in percentage. So these weights are 30, 15, 20, then 10, then 25. These weights are given. Okay, then price for the base year. Price for the base year, which we called as P naught. This is 100, then 20, then 70, then 20, then 40, then the price for the current year, then the price for the current year. I'm writing as P1. This is 90, then 20, then 60, then 15, and then 55. Fine. So now what I can do, I can find the price relative. Where how will I find the price relative? Very simple. P1 by P naught into 100. With that, I can find the price relative. I can find the price relative. So where price relative is P1 by P naught into 100. This is 90 by 100 into 100. I'll get this is 90. Okay, then this is 20 by 20 into 100. This will be 100. Will be 60 by 70 into 100. 6 by 7. 1 minus 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is 14.28. 14.28. 100. 9 minus 7. 9 minus 4, 5. 9 minus 85.72. 85.72. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is 15 by 20 into 100. This is 75. This is 55 by 40 into 100. 11 by 8. 13 by 8. 137.5. Any doubt, anyone? Done, everyone? Any doubt, anyone? So once you get this value, now find the log p value. Once you get this value, then find the log p value. Find log p value. Log p means log 90, then log 100, then log 85.72. So 85.72, then log 75, then log 137.5, 137.5, log 137.5. So log 90, after how many digit you are getting decimal? 2 digit. So the answer is 1 point something. This is 100, no? 100 means this will be 2, 3 digit. No? This will be 1 point something. This will be 1 point something. This will be 2 point something. Clear everyone? This is called restrictive. So how to find restrictive? Count the number of digits before decimal and minus 1. That will give you the restrictive. These values are restrictive. Clear everyone? Anyone any doubt? Restrictive. This is called restrictive. Count the number of digits before decimal. Count the number of digits before decimal. Okay, and do minus 1 on that. That we got is called restrictive. Whenever we find the log of any number, whenever we are finding the log of any number, the log of any number, whatever we find, that will have two parts. One is non-decimal part, which you called as restrictive, and then you have decimal part, which is called as Mantissa. So for Mantissa, we need log table. Fine, everyone. For decimal part, for finding the decimal, for working on the decimal part, I need log table. Any doubt anyone till now, whatever I did so far? Fine, everyone. Now, how to find log 90 value? Go to the log table. Go to the log table. Okay, in the log table, when you see here log 90. 90 means what? So they give the value. So for 90, you wrote it. 10. This is 50. Log 9 is also not known. One minute. Log table. So here, because that was given very limited. So if you see log 90, that is 9542. You can see this. Can you see this value, right? Can you see this value? You can see this value if you want to see this value. Log 90 if you want the value. How will you find the log 90 value? See this. Can you see this? So when I want to find log 90, the characteristic of that will be 1 point something. Everyone understand, right? Characteristic is the total number of digits before decimal minus 1. How will you find the Mantisa part? This is 90, right? See the base 0 of this. 0.9542. So this 0.9542. So this will be 1.9542. Any doubt, anyone? You can do the same thing with MS Excel also. If you want to simply type MS Excel log 90. Are you getting this, guys? So this log 90 value, how much you'll get? 1.9542. Clear, everyone? So this is 2 only. Log 100 is 2 only. Log 85.42. How to find the value of log 85.42? How will you find the log value of 85.42? Log of 85.72 if you want the value. C in the column 85. C in the column 85. In that, C in the row 7. And then C in the mean difference. C in the mean difference. The value what you see here is 2. Are you getting this, everyone? So how will I find log 85.72? So 85, 85, 85, this is 85, and then 7. 7, how will you get? This is 0 value. 85. If this is 85.1, are you getting? This is 0, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7. Any doubt, anyone? So this will be 9330 and mean difference 1. Add 1 in that. So 9.331. 9.331. Log 75 means how will I see 75? This is log 75. The first value. This is 75.1, 75.2, 75.3, 75.4, 0.5, 0.67, 8, 9. So this will be 1.8751, 1.8751. This will be, how will you see the value? Log 137.5. In that column, your column will be 13, a row will be 7, and your mean difference will be 5. Anyone, any doubt? Are you getting how will you find the log value? So 137.5, 13 column. See the 13 column. See the 13 column, 13 column, 13 column. Then in that 13 column, in that row 7 and mean difference 5. Row 7, row 7. If that is 1367, mean difference 5. 1367 plus 16. 1367 plus 16 will be what? 1383. This will be 1383. 1383. So log 137.5. Log 137. 2.1383. Clear, everyone? So if you follow this weightage price relative method by using geometric mean, first thing what we'll do, we'll find the log p. The first thing what we'll do, we'll find the log p. Once you get the log p, you'll multiply this with w weight. Once you get the log p, you'll multiply this with the w weight. So w into log p. So this you can do. What is your weight? This is 30 into 1.9542. So you can just multiply 30 into 1.9542. So 30 into 1.9542. 30 into 1.9542. 30 into 1.9542. That will give you the value called 58.626. 58.626. Then 15 to the 30. Then 20 into 1.9331. 20 into 1.9331. 38.662. 38.662. Then 1.8751 into 10. That will be 18.751. Then 2.1383 into 25. 2.1383 into 25. 2.1383. 2.1383. 53.4575. 53.4575. So the sum of W log P, sum of W log P, you need this, right? In this formula, this you have to find sum of W log P. You divide by sum of W and then you'll find the anti-log of that. Okay, so sum of W log, sum of W log P, sum of W log P is how much? So sum of W log P 58.626, 58.626, then 38.662, then 53.4575, then 18.751, 18.751, then you have 30. Do the sum of this. You'll get 199.4965. 199.4965. Here, sum of W is how much? Sum of W is 40, 50, 70, 100. Any doubt, anyone? So whenever we talk about this weighted relative method, so we talked about unweighted method. Yeah. So index number, it can be, when we talk about index number, we can follow unweighted method, we can follow weighted method. In weighted method, weighted aggregate method, we talked about Lespers, Parche, Dolbeus-Bally, Marshall, Edwards, Fisher ideal index. Now, when we talk about weighted relative method, we talked about first by arithmetic mean, then by geometric mean. So this geometric mean, first thing you need to find is, first thing what you need to do, you need to find the sum of W log P divide by W. Okay, and then take the anti-log of this. then take the anti-log of this. Okay, so sum of W log P is 199.4965 divided by W. Okay, and then I have to find the anti-log of this. So this what I need to find ultimately index number. I need to find anti-log of 1.9949. So here, if I want the anti-log of 1.9949, so you can see before decimal you have 1. So anti-log is the reverse of log. So imagine you did log of some number and you got 1 point something, means your decimal was there after 2 digits, right? So that's like the same way. So you can understand your decimal is there after 2 digits. What you'll do, go to the column 99, see the row 4 and mean difference 9. In that, go to the column 99, consider the anti-log table. So you can consider the anti-log table. In that anti-log table, you can ask for the anti-log table. So if I see here anti-log table, very limited values were given there. So I'll look for better anti-log table. So I need the value till 99. Otherwise, you can understand anti-log is always inverse of log, or you can mathematically, if you want to find, if I give you scientific calculator, you can find 10 to the power that value. So anti-log is nothing but 10 to the power, because base there is 10. So 10 to the power something. So here I need the anti-log of 99. The I'll check in the column 99, and the row should be 4. The row should be 99, the row should be 4. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The value is 9863. The value is 9863. The value is 9863. You can see 99 ka 4. Column should be 99, the row should be 4. So Vandu, Erudu, Muru, Nalku. So you can see this is 0. This is 0 is first value 0. Okay, the second value would be 1, third value is 2, fourth value is 99.3, then 99.4, 98.63, 99, 9, this value is 9863 plus 9, mean difference should be 9, means that is 20. So 9863 plus 29, 9883. This is the value. So your final answer will be 98.83. Clear? So in exam, you can take log, anti-log table with you while going for the exam, and because whenever the price relative method will come, either unweighted average or price relative method, a geometric mean, or by using a weighted average or price relative by using geometric mean. In both the case, what you need basically, you need basically the log and anti-log table. Anyone, any doubt? This clear? Log, anti-log. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Any doubt? Yes, Ayan, tell me, do you have any doubt? Okay, everyone. So this much from the today class. We'll continue discussion in next class. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all in next class. Take care. Bye.